Hey everybody, Dr. Nelson here. This is a video lesson about percents, and the name of this lesson is called Lots of Flags. So what are you going to do in this unit, which is 4.1, is you're going to look at an American flag, and you're going to try to predict, or actually try to figure out what percent of this flag is white, what percent of this flag is blue, and what percent of this flag is red. So the question is, what does 50% really mean, right? And what does percent mean? Well, remember, percent means per 100. So any single time you see a percent sign, you can actually see the number 100, right? For example, here's the 1, right? And then here's the 2 zeros. So anytime you see the word percent, you need to think per 100. So going back to this, so what does 50% mean? 50% means 50 per 100. Or you could write it as a fraction, 50 over 100. All right? If this was 30%, it would be 30 per 100, or 30 over 100, and so on. So if I click on this, check it out. So here's the circle, and notice how the circle I hit play fills up, right? So again, 100% means the whole thing, and 50% would be half, and so on. All right, so one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to learn how to estimate a percentage. So take a look at this circle graph. Notice we have three colors. We have pink, purple, and kind of a turquoise, or we'll call it blue, right? And we want to kind of estimate basically what percentage of the graph is each color. Now, again, we know that 100% is the entire amount, right? We'll say the whole thing. So looking at this graph, well, I notice two things. One, the pink and the purple are about the same size, right? And they're both less than half. If I draw a line here going like this, notice that would cut this in half. So I'm going to say that this pink wedge is, let's say, about 35%. So I'm going to predict that the pink part is 35% of the graph, that the purple part is the same thing, which is another 35%. So that leaves us now the blue. We know that all three parts have to add to 100. So 35 plus 35 is 70, which means the prediction for the blue would be 30%. And again, this is just an estimation. That's all it is. All right, so important, okay? Anytime you hear the word percentage, again, think of it as a fraction. And notice that the denominator is the total and the part is the numerator. So let's say, again, if I was going to say 30%, right? Again, percent means out of 100. So 100 would be on the bottom and 30 would be on the top, like this. Now look at this diagram. It says what percent of the shape is orange, okay? So what we have to do is we have to figure out what part of the shape is orange and then what the total amount is. So I know the total altogether is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I know the total is 25. Now the orange is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 out of 25. But here's the thing. The question is, what percent is it? So again, percent means out of 100. So what we have to do is we have to figure out, and there's different ways of doing this, but we have to figure out how to make this 25 turn into 100. And what we can do is we can multiply both the top and bottom, the numerator and denominator, by the same number. So notice if I multiply by this 4, I get 100 in the bottom. And then if I multiply the numerator by 4, I get 44. So our answer is 44 per 100, which is really 44%. All right. So again, even though the denominator wasn't 100, what we did is we changed it, okay? So that the new fraction was out of 100, and that's how we got our 44%. All right, one more thing I want to show you before you learn today's lesson officially, okay? What you have to do for this unit study is you're gonna have to learn how to, you're gonna have to multiply mixed numbers. So just a quick refresher about how to do that. So here we have 1 2/3 times 3 3/5. So right now these are mixed numbers, and to multiply them, okay, I'm gonna first make them improper. So to do that, I'm gonna do the denominator times the whole number. So 3 times 1 is 3. Then you add the numerator. So it's gonna be 5/3 times, and then 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18/5. All right, now for this problem, we can cross reduce. So I'm going to cross reduce the 5, so I'm going to make this a 1 and a 1. And then I can cross reduce the 18 and the 3, because I know 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 18 6 times. So now when I multiply, remember the way you multiply fractions, you multiply the numerators and then the denominators. So 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer is 6. And there it is. All right. So anytime you're multiplying mixed numbers, convert them into improper fractions, and then multiply them, and then you'll be off and running.